The slice backhand dink isn't going anywhere, and there's a reason why the best players in the world use it all the time. In this video, we'll break down why it's such a powerful tool and how you can use it to control the game. If you've watched any of our recent videos, you've probably heard us talk about the topspin two-handed backhand dink and how that is the most aggressive dink that you can hit from the left side as a right-handed player. That being said, there are some times where you may not be set up to hit that well, and in those times, the backhand slice dink will be your go-to shot for consistency and efficiency. So compared to the two-handed topspin dink, which we definitely encourage you to add to your arsenal, because you're only using your right shoulder as a hinge and you are just coming across your body simply like this, it's a very easy way to hit your backhand dinks very consistently and hit it to a very specific target. The other thing that a good backhand slice dink has to offer is the contact zone. Ideally, I would like to hit my slice backhand dinks kind of in this area with my knees. Anywhere from my right knee to my left knee, anywhere in this range is a really good, comfortable spot, an ideal spot to hit this shot. But with good footwork and with good balance, you can actually still hit quality slice dinks outside your left knee here and have great control if you are balanced through your shot. The last thing that can make the shot more efficient and actually a little easier to hit compared to the two-handed backhand topspin dink is that you don't have to get as low, because you are actually getting under the ball and you're actually coming across the ball. You don't have to get as low as you would need to actually hit a topspin dink. With a topspin dink, you have to get super low and you have to make sure that both wrists are well beneath the ball so that you can actually brush up on it. With the slice backhand dink, as long as you're well balanced and prepped really early, all you have to do is start your paddle at the ball level or a little bit below and come through the ball in a nice smooth motion. Speaking of the two-handed topspin backhand dink, if you would like to improve that shot or develop it, we created a full video series on the two-hander showing you every two-handed shot on the court. Go to the description below and check out that free video series. The next thing that I want to talk about is the two different kind of variations of the footwork and the preparation to hit this slice backhand dink. Now, when I think of a good slice backhand dink, kind of the two players that I have in mind is a Ben Johns and a Federico Staksrud. Obviously, they hit their dinks very similarly, and you will sometimes see them in a full open stance like this. As they shuffle their feet over, you will see that their feet are more or less parallel to each other, and they are just turning their core and prepping like this, and they come across the ball. You will also see them at times kind of take an extra step as they shuffle over, and they will actually place their right foot a little bit in front of their left foot. And Ben does this quite often where he actually preps here. Now in this position, it makes it a little bit easier for you to rotate your core, and it sets you up for a really good swing towards the ball and to keep it very, very consistent. So I would recommend that you try both out. There are times where you don't have time to take that extra step and you're just going to have to hit it in kind of an open stance here. And there might be times, especially on shallower dinks, that you're going to be able to shuffle over and then get that right foot or that dominant foot in front of you so that you can more easily turn your hips and turn that shoulder so that you can come across the ball. Drill number one, if you really want to improve the consistency of your backhand dink and make it very, very reliable, we have to work on your footwork and your balance. So in this drill, Dawson's going to be tossing me a ball. I'm working on my shuffle step, right? I'm bringing this right foot in, going towards my left, and then sliding my left foot out. It's gonna look like this, okay? I'm going to do that, and when I plant here, I wanna make sure I'm super balanced. So from here, I'm going to actually catch the ball where I would want to contact the ball, okay? My contact ideally should be somewhere in between my knees. The further it gets past my left knee, I'm gonna lose control. So Right now, I'm practicing my footwork, getting low, staying low, and catching the ball in a good contact point. Okay, so Dawson's gonna feed me 3 balls here. Okay, right here. And the other thing we talked about is spacing, right? We've got to have good spacing. So if the ball is closer to this non-volley zone line, we have to create space off the line, use an angled shuffle step. Here we go. Okay, so I'm creating space off the line with my shuffle step. Okay, here we go. Okay, so that was a tough one, but I'm gonna do one more and then maybe do another shallow one here. Okay. Okay, the important thing here is when I catch it, look, my balance, my center of gravity is very centered. Like I'm not, a lot of people will do this drill, and if you're catching the ball, let's do it one more time, and you're leaning towards your left while you're catching it like this, you're not gonna be balanced when you hit that ball. So it's really important to check yourself, and as you catch the ball, you can easily just look at your balance and then go from there. Okay, drill number 2. Now that we have our footwork and balance in place, we're going to go to the next progression, which is just simple toss feeds. Okay, we're trying to go for consistency, so we got to make sure that balance and footwork is first. And now that we have the ball actually coming, we're going to set up our feet and prep early. We talked about how we not only prep our feet early, but we also prep our paddle early. So it should look like this. As you move your feet out, you also move your paddle out. This is what you will see the best players do, okay? I'm not moving my feet and then getting my paddle set up. I'm doing it all in one move. So I'm gonna go out and then I'm gonna really focus on coming through the ball, staying low, and using that shoulder hinge as my control lever, okay? So let's do a few here, Dawson. Okay, all right, let's do 2 more. Okay, again. Okay, now, a couple things to keep in mind here is that I wanna make sure I'm hitting the ball with a little bit momentum coming back, right? Because as I shuffle out and I hit this ball, I also wanna be returning back into my ready position. So it's important here. I know Dawson's feeding me really easy balls, but this is how we progress to something really consistent. And this is how we're going to start to handle tougher and tougher balls. But that's what I'm focusing on. Dawson's gonna give me 2 more balls here. Okay, so I'm shuffling out and then I'm making sure I'm coming back with my momentum and also looking at my contact point and my swing. All right, drill number 3. Now we're actually going to play some live cross-court backhand rallies. Now the objective here is to focus on our feet, our balance, and our preparation and our swing, okay? So if we're focusing on all those things, we wanna make sure that we are actually focusing on a target as well. So Dawson and I are going to try to actually get the ball to drop in the non-volley zone. So we're not trying to shoot this really long. We're actually just trying to control it and get some good rhythm, okay? So Dawson, me and you, we're gonna try to get the ball somewhat in the non-volley zone, lower to the net so that we can try to keep that bounce low. All right, here we go. Now it's time to grab a partner and practice these drills so that you can have a very consistent and reliable backhand shot. If you would actually like to learn how to hit a 2-handed backhand topspin dink, we made a video here about that. And make sure you check this link here or check the description below if you would like to learn every single 2-handed backhand shot.